Today we're going to make some pork sausage stuffed bacon wrapped jalapenos, and we're going to smoke them. There's a quick view of the ingredients. I'll run over it real quick with you. We got some medium to large size jalapenos. I got a dozen here. We have some green onion, scallions, whatever you want to call it. 8 ounces Philadelphia cream cheese. We got 8 ounces of sour cream. My own pork rub I'm going to use on the meat here. A large mango. Some Bob Evans zesty pork sausage. We like the spicy stuff. Some Colby Jack. Usually I use cheddar. Colby Jack, something mild, not a strong cheddar if you use cheddar. Just regular bacon. You can use thick cut if you want. We like the thin stuff. It wraps up pretty nice. Some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning will top it off. And I'll get going on this and get everything diced and somewhat prepared. I'll try and make this brief for you. Give you an idea how they taste. They are a great hors d'oeuvre, great for parties, football games, stuff like that. We just like them just to like them. First thing I like to do is get everything prepared, much like you do in, I guess, a commercial kitchen. So I'm going to cut up the scallions real quick. I will cut them, wash them. We always peel off a layer, but I will get them ready to go. Then, next, I will also do the same for jalapenos. Normally what I like to do on these is I like to split them. And this could be a pain in the butt, so we may end up just chopping the heads off. But you got to split them and seed them, and I'm going to get gloves for that. I got a feeling we're just going to end up popping the tops like this and seed them so we can stuff them. Same thing with the mango, washed, sliced, and diced. So I'll be back when all that's done. So we've got all our peppers cleaned out. Just cut the tops off. It wasn't working real well splitting them out. Cut the tops off, seed them, diced up our scallions here. Got our mango and kind of chopped it up. One thing I keep forgetting to mention, you want to leave the cream cheese on the counter. Let it warm up room temp while you're working. You know, soften it, not necessarily room temp, but you want it to soften. So now we're going to get this sausage here. Again, we're using a zesty, a hot sausage, because that's what we like. I'm going to get this in a pan and we're going to brown it. And we're not going to brown it 100% done, but pretty close. Just to make sure it's safe. I'm not a big fan of putting raw pork into anything. Yeah, don't waste any of that. So we're going to get this browning up here, and I'll get back with you in a minute and add the rest of the stuff. Alright, got that broken up a little bit. Starting to heat up. I'm going to use some of my pork and chicken rub. Again, this is already spiced sausage, so we're not trying to flavor it, but we're trying to enhance it. I got a little heat. This chicken and pork rub I got here is not hot. It's kind of a sweet and herby type rub. And then we're going to put all our scallions in here, which seems like a lot, but they cook down good. We're not going to use all this meat anyway for the amount of peppers I'm doing. My recipe, normally I do 18 peppers. We just got a dozen peppers today. We always have lots of leftovers, so this is nice and yummy. You'll see when we get done mixing. Good stuff just to eat by itself. So we're going to get this browned up, and then I'll get back with you when we're going to mix everything and start stuffing peppers. So after that sausage is browned lightly, drain it. You don't want to get that grease out of there. Excuse me. Your cream cheese has been sitting on the counter, nice and getting pliable. Now we get to mix everything together. I add 8 ounces of sour cream to the mix here. And that meat's still nice and warm, so that'll help break some of this down when we go to mixing. It's going to take a while. So get your cheese in there. I'm going to use about half of this. You can add as much cheese as you want. I'm going to put about 4 ounces. There will be plenty cheesy, I think. Mango, way more than we need. And, of course, the sausage with the onions. Then, you got to mix everything up thoroughly. Like I said, this takes a while, so be patient. Start working on that cream cheese. That sour cream will help. And just keep basically folding it and mixing until it's the same consistency throughout. Now we're all mixed up. Time to grab peppers and stuff them. Like I said, you will have lots of extra. I would recommend too, there's something that just occurred to me. You're going to want a small knife, and you're going to need to use that to stuff it in there this way. A lot of people cut them in half. They come out neater this way. It's more of a pain, but just stuff it in there, and then the knife will help get the air bubbles out and pack it in there, because you will have air, and we want this as full of sausage and cheese as we can possibly get it. So like that, and then what Shannon come up with, we like to just kind of prop them in here until I can get bacon on them. So what I'm going to do now, really quick, I'm going to stuff these. Once we get them stuffed, I'll come back and wrap them up and show you how we finish up. So we got them all stuffed. Occurred to me too, you can try and use a Ziploc bag, pack that into, and use it kind of like a pastry bag. And see if you can squeeze it in there. Whatever way works best for you. I left this bacon in the freezer for a bit to stiffen it up. And I may have gone a tad long. But now, just get you a full strip of bacon. Try and cover the end. And you can wrap it like so. And I'm tearing it up. Then I'm going to set them over here on some foil. Do one more here. I like to cover the end, try and hold that in. You can wrap it however you want. Some people I've seen wrap them, they coil around this way. We used to use a toothpick. I'm going to try them this time without, just so people don't have to deal with it. And we'll see how this comes out. Now we have them all wrapped. As you can see, some of them got double wrapped. A little extra bacon. Feel free to use it up. Now the last thing I'm going to do here, some Tony Chachere's original Creole seasoning. Give it a little bit kick, because that cheese knocks back the heat a little bit on the spicy sausage. Like I said, I like things spicy. So I'm going to give it just a shake of this, and then I'm going to put a little bit more of my rub on here, just a touch, so we got that sweet heat. Then I'm going to flip them, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to put them in the fridge overnight. And the reason I'm doing that, for one, it's late. But I'm hoping that this bacon will stay firm so this doesn't happen. So they don't unwrap. That way, again, I was trying to avoid using toothpicks. So, a little more Tony Chachere's. A lot of this does cook off in the smoker. So I'm just going to jazz it up like that. Touching my homemade rub. And I'm going to wrap them up. Probably double wrap them tonight, put them in the fridge, and we'll see you at the smoker. Alright, it's the next day. Late in the day, I got some ribs going. And now we're going to add these jalapenos to the smoker. Typically, I'm going to make sure you can see that. I just spread them out on a rack here. You can add more seasoning if you like at this point. My experience in the past has been that I always tend to overdo it for the people that I serve them to, so I'm going to call it good right now. And we're just going to spread them out. You want to leave some space between them as much as possible. Again, I got a dozen here. My recipe is for 18 and there's always leftovers. You could probably do an easy 2 dozen jalapenos this way, depending on their size. So they're ready to go in the smoker. Alright. Smoker's set at 235. I don't know if we're going to hit that with all the meat that's in it. But as you can see, there's our peppers. I'm going top rack with these. And we're going to give them an hour and a half, 2 hours, basically till the bacon's done. Once the bacon's done, we should be good to go. Everything else is already cooked. In the meantime, I'm going to add more wood chips and we're going to smoke them that whole time. So it's been a couple hours. I'm going to check on our peppers. Take a look here. Oh, still got some good smoke. Look at that. Peppers are done. You go till your bacon's done, your peppers are kind of shriveled. We're going to take them off and let them sit for a few. Look at those. Delicious. So I'm going to get those off of there, and then we'll set them over here on the bench so you get a look. No, we're losing our bacon on that one. We're going to let these cool and I'll pull this rack out, and then I got to do some work on these ribs here. Have a look at these. A little better light. Doesn't it look fabulous? So we'll give you more on this in a little bit when we taste a few once they cool down. Done messing with our ribs. Hot day. Wouldn't think hot food would be great, but we're going to give it a try. I'm going to get a couple of these on a plate and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, now the part we've been waiting for. Got a couple of these bad boys on a plate. We'll start small, they might still be hot. They've been sitting, I'm going to guess about 25 minutes. Oh wow. Wow, some good heat. Filling's done. Look at the bacon's crispy. Losing my voice. Sausage stuffed bacon wrap jalapenos. Hard to beat. Thanks for watching.